and welcome, my dear friend. If you're here, you already know deep down, God didn't send you to this world empty-handed. There's a purpose woven into your soul, so specific, so divinely tailored, that even you can't quite explain it sometimes. And the truth is, carrying that kind of purpose is heavy. It's not all glory and miracles. Sometimes it's confusion, isolation, and constant recalibration. Because when heaven chooses you to carry light in a world trained to dim it, your very existence becomes instruction. Dear chosen one, there's something sacred about the weight you feel in ordinary places. You can't move through life unnoticed, not because you're trying to stand out, but because your energy can't hide. God didn't make you invisible. He made you visible proof that living right still has power. That's why even walking through a store, sitting in a cafe, or waiting in a line can sometimes feel strange, like people are aware of you without looking directly at you, like eyes flick toward you and then away too quickly, like your presence wakes something in them they don't know how to name. And you've probably wondered, why does it feel like everyone's eyes on me? Why do I sense tension that isn't even mine? Here's what's really happening, both spiritually and physically. Spiritually, your field has expanded. When God activates a new layer of your assignment, your frequency heightens. You start vibrating on a wavelength that communicates before words ever leave your mouth. But there's also something else, something even science quietly admits. Studies in behavioral psychology show that humans unconsciously pick up micro-expressions, tone, and even faint energetic cues from others within milliseconds. In simple terms, our bodies read each other's energy long before our minds interpret it. So when you walk into a space, people's nervous systems register your presence first. It's not that they're judging you, it's that their biology is catching up to your spirit. And here's the twist. Your energy doesn't blend like it used to. It's cleaner now, stronger, sharper. That makes others' hidden emotions, fear, envy, attraction, confusion, rise to the surface without warning. So when you sense awkward tension in public, that's not social anxiety, it's something bigger. Your frequency is pressing against theirs, revealing what's unspoken. You might notice someone act friendlier than usual, speaking faster, or laughing too loud. That's not them being fake. It's their body trying to match your vibration. Or someone might go quiet mid-conversation, avoiding your eyes. That's not rudeness. It's not knowing how to react to you. Your presence mirrors the parts of them they've buried. Dear chosen one, you carry a presence that pulls truth out of people, and that's not easy for them, or for you, because you're constantly reading a room that doesn't even realize it's speaking. You feel the exhaustion that doesn't belong to you. You absorb emotions that were never yours to fix. And when you go home, you can't explain why your body feels like it just ran a marathon. That's the invisible price of divine purpose. God entrusted you with a sensitivity that most would collapse under. He allowed your spirit to stay open in a world that's constantly closing. You see the unseen, you feel the unsaid, you sense the unseen battles happening behind polite smiles, and that's the pain of it. Right beside the warmth of feeling God inside you, seeing beauty in small things, finding peace where others only chase miracles. But that sensitivity isn't weakness, it's a divine strategy. Because when heaven sends a healer into a crowd, it doesn't come as thunder. It comes disguised as empathy. And your empathy is so strong, it confuses people. They don't understand why they feel safe and uneasy at the same time around you. Safe because your spirit reminds them of God. Uneasy because your spirit also reminds them of what they've been running from. That's the paradox you live in. You comfort and convict without trying. And yet, I need you to understand this. That weird feeling you get in public isn't a sign that you're doing something wrong. It's confirmation of your uniqueness. It's evidence that your spiritual identity is no longer local. You used to only affect what was near you. Now, your presence radiates. It moves through air. You shift frequencies without speaking a word. That's why strangers glance twice. That's why some people act distant or overly familiar. You're triggering recognition in their soul, not in their mind. You were never just walking through crowds. You were walking through assignments disguised as strangers. So when you walk through a space and your chest tightens for no reason, pause for a moment. Don't label it as anxiety. Ask, Spirit, what am I picking up right now? Because sometimes God lets you feel the atmosphere so you can cleanse it by simply being there. You are not absorbing the energy, you are correcting it. My dear friend, you were never meant to go unnoticed. You were meant to remind the world that the divine still walks among the ordinary. Every step you take in public is ministry, even if no one ever calls it that. And that's why people react. Their eyes widen, their words stumble, their energy shifts. They don't see you, they see the God that sent you. So the next time that strange, almost electric discomfort rises when you're surrounded by others, remember, it's not something wrong within you. It's something right emanating from you. The world feels what heaven already knows. Your energy has been recalibrated for purpose, and they're just trying to catch up to it. I'm sure by now you asked this question many times. How do I live with it? How do I walk through the noise of the world without letting it drain what God placed within me? Because this gift, this heightened sensitivity, isn't meant to isolate you. It's meant to train you. God isn't teaching you to avoid people. He's teaching you how to influence them without ever losing yourself. Dear chosen one, the goal is not to harden your heart. It's to strengthen your spirit. You don't need thicker walls, you need deeper roots. When your roots are deep in God, you stop reacting to every vibration around you. You become like a tree beside still water. Winds may shake its branches, but the roots never move. That's you now, grounded, unshaken, learning to let the storm pass through you instead of into you. And this is how you protect your peace. You carry awareness, not fear. You sense energy, but you don't absorb it. You acknowledge tension, but you don't become it. Because not every discomfort requires a reaction. Some moments only require recognition. Sometimes all you have to do is breathe, slowly, intentionally, and remember, you're not the chaos you're sensing, you're the calm that entered it. That's what walking with divine authority looks like. Not always loud, not always visible, but steady, deliberate, centered. There's something you need to know about spiritual presence. People feel peace even before they understand it. So when you stay calm while everyone else is rushing, when you smile without explanation, when you move with quiet confidence, it reorders the atmosphere. That's purpose showing itself through the physical. God positioned you as living proof that stability still exists in unstable places. So when you walk into a room and feel something shifts, don't question it, let it. The world has enough performers. It needs presence, and your presence is prophetic. You don't have to announce it, just be it. Every time you forgive, instead of retaliate, you broadcast heaven's frequency louder than words ever could. And every time you choose love instead of hatred, you silence the noise of the enemy without speaking a sentence. Dear chosen one, this is why God allowed you to feel so much, so you could learn to filter through love instead of fear. You were never meant to become numb. You were meant to become discerning. There's a difference between carrying light and performing light. Performing light tries to convince the room. Carrying light transforms it. You don't have to smile all the time. You don't have to be perfect. Just real. Because real light doesn't pretend, it radiates. And if you ever feel exhausted by this assignment, remember, every vessel of light needs distance sometimes. Not to escape people, but to reconnect with the source that fuels you. Pulling back isn't bad, it's spiritual maintenance. Every time the world overwhelms you, step back into prayer. Let silence reset you. Let solitude remind you who you are when no one's watching. That's how you keep your energy pure, by constantly returning to the one who gave it. And when you do, you'll notice something powerful. The same rooms that once drained you will start feeling lighter when you enter, because you no longer walk in wondering how they'll react. You walk in knowing who sent you. That's when confidence stops being performance and becomes presence. You'll see it in people's eyes, confusion turning into calm, tension turning into thought, resistance turning into respect. Not because you argued your worth, but because your spirit stayed aligned. That's divine maturity. That's how heaven recognizes its ambassadors. And yes, there will still be days where you'll feel misunderstood, even lonely. But loneliness is only temporary for those who walk with divine assignment. Because sooner than you think, God is aligning others with the same frequency. People who understand your depth without translation. They will not compete with your light. They will protect it. The truth is, your power isn't in reaction. It's in restraint. So the next time you step into a public space and feel that strange energy rising again, remember this: